right, Nick, in this offseason / free agency period, nothing has been normal. Nothing has been the same. And that goes to show OTAs are exactly the same this year. I think the Chiefs are doing something a little bit unorthodox. You have a little bit more on this.
Yeah, so Joe Kozlowski over at sportcasting.com reported that the Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs have an interesting concept to this offseason. Kozlowski has he wrote, while the Kansas City Chiefs have ruled the AFC West in recent years, things could be different this fall, with teams around the league improving and Tyreek Hill taking his talents to South Beach. The pressure is on Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid to keep their offense firing on all cylinders. With that goal in mind, the veteran head coach has called an audible. Offseason workouts have officially begun, but Reid has given his offense permission to keep working together in Texas, not Kansas City. Earlier this offseason, Patrick Mahomes had gathered the likes of Travis Kelce, Ronald Jones, Marquez, Valdez Scantling, JuJu Smith-Schuster, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Mecole Hardman together in Fort Worth, Texas. The group worked out, ran through offensive schemes, and perhaps most importantly, got to know each other. The group kept Andy Reid and offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy apprised of their efforts, and the two men called them audible. They moved the beginning of the Chiefs offseason program to a virtual format, meaning the offense could stick together in Texas to continue their efforts. So this is kind of cool, right? Because all the time, in college, when I practice and played, practice sucks. Coaches make football no fun at all. I think it's awesome that Andy Reid recognizes how important building those relationships are and letting the Chiefs, led by Pat Mahomes, that new receiver group, work to develop those relationships.
Oh, yeah, and we talk about it all the time. I think one of the big points we drive home is it's underrated how much chemistry is important, especially we love when teams draft quarterback receivers who went to the same school and know each other. It's a huge thing. But I think building the chemistry is good. They're out there, they're having fun, slinging the ball around. I'm sure they're being serious and running a lot of drills and doing stuff like that. It's probably a really nice practice. A lot of guys do that. And JuJu's there, so they're probably filming TikToks as well. Yeah. You can't underrate that, but I think it's a really cool concept, and I like the looseness and flexibility that Andy Reid seems to have in his older age.
How about the trust in Pat Mahomes? Most coaches would not trust their young quarterback, even though Pat Mahomes really isn't that young anymore, to lead an offseason workout. We hear that from, Tom Brady did that. Aaron Rodgers has done that. Matt Stafford and some other veterans have done that. This is the first time I think we've heard of Mahomes doing that. This is a big step for him.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty big. Mahomes himself has never really had issues, but the circle he's been involved with, assuming his brother and his wife, there's been maturity issues going on in the ring, and I think this is a big step up for Mahomes to show that he's the mature leader. He can control those who are around them, keep everybody in line, make sure everything's going right. And I think going forward, when all of these questions are going to start being brought up about the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill's gone, a couple other key players are gone. Are they going to be able to keep the train rolling? Are they going to be as good as they were? I think this is a big thing for Mahomes to get that level of maturity to be able to run practices. So that's pretty huge that he's letting him do that.
So how about this for the reason he's doing these workouts? You think he's doing it to get away from his brother and all the TikTok videos and the antics?
I think
he's just trying to
JuJu
escape?
and Jackson Mahomes together would be the worst thing to possibly happen. So yes, I think they potentially want to get JuJu out by himself, but listen, man, Pat's got a brother. Y'all can't be together. It's not going to do good stuff for the team. So that sounds like a plausible explanation.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, this is, I think, a really good move for the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a lot of turmoil, new receivers. Hill's gone, who is their number one threat at wide receiver, obviously paired with Kelce at tight end. This is good on Mahomes, developing the chemistry and leading the team in a good direction going into the offseason.